Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 143. I'm Connor Murphy, here with Grace Matthews and the Hammer from Springfield, Missouri. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hey,
Happy
what's
New
going
Year.
on, Connor? Happy New Year to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Happy New Year for sure. Are you still getting flooded?
Yeah. It's today it's nice and sunny, but we've been beaten pretty bad this winter. Still no snow though.
Yeah, we haven't seen snow either yet.
Yeah. So
scares me for February.
yeah, that's usually how it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
We got a really big show today, though.
yes, our prediction show.
Yeah, that's one of the listeners' favorites.
Yeah, one of my favorites too. I don't know if it's actually predictions or wishful thinking when it comes to my picks, though.
50-50.
50-50, yeah. I guess. Well, I don't have a crystal ball, but if I did, I'd probably use it.
I would definitely use it. Yeah.
You just use that old 8-ball, remember?
Yeah. Hey. You can still buy those things, man. Whoever invented that was genius, and they're still living high on the hog. So
yeah, no kidding.
For sure.
All right, so let's start this off. What do we got for the first prediction?
On the heels of the Golden Globes,
Okay.
we're talking Hollywood.
All right.
Hollywood will continue to emerge as the most sexist and racist sect in America. But it will become so terrible this year. I mean, so transparent that they will be so marginalized in 2020. Nobody cares about their politics.
Oh, we can hope. We can hope.
When you watch the TV, you see who is the most racist of them all and sexist. It's Hollywood.
Yeah.
There is a commercial on right now with a black family sitting in those, what do they call them, shiatsu chairs, those massage chairs?
Yeah.
Trying to eat dinner. Are they showing that in Canada?
No.
And their dinner's flying everywhere, and it's like the most insulting commercial to black America I've ever seen.
Well, there you go. And we see it all the time as well, where the person calling the other person racist is actually the racist person himself.
Exactly.
I just want to know who's going to be the new Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, that's kind of been weighing on my mind, because as far as we know, they're shut down, right?
Yeah, supposedly.
Exactly. And Kevin Spacey was in court today.
Oh.
I have a feeling Kevin Spacey made a video before Christmas that was nuttier than a fruitcake. I don't know how he's going to fare through these trials.
Well, I have a hard time.
I just don't know.
I have a hard time believing that the Weinsteins are just going to walk away. I have a feeling they're going to be silent. No, they're going to be silent investors and everything. So nothing changed there except their names being removed, which they don't really give two shits about. They're caring about the millions that they get from the box office. So
exactly.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And of course to Trump. Trump will build the barrier wall fence. I mean, there are people predicting that it will never be built. I say he figures out a way.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He is a man that finds a way.
Well, I think the problem here is people don't see their own fences. I mean, the Pope said that the wall was wrong, and yet what is around the Vatican?
Exactly.
It's like a 50-foot wall, right? So, and
Nancy Pelosi's calling it immoral.
Yeah, and the Democratic convention that they just had a fence around it. I saw a picture of that the other day going, okay, you don't want fences. You don't want other people's fences. That's it.
It's hypocrisy. It's woking.
Yeah, woking. Yeah, exactly.
I predict that Hillary Clinton's health will decide her future.
Oh.
She'll come out and we will believe that she is trying to get that nomination for 2020.
Right.
But her health will interfere and she will be marginalized. She will have no significant impact on the election.
Yeah.
Even from a support role.
Or they'll blame it on her health.
Well, yeah, I mean, she has had significant health issues. She has had fainting spells and a brain aneurysm, and she has lately. You never see her standing up when she's doing an appearance.
Right. She's
always seated.
You are correct there. I've got one for the Clintons as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the Clinton speaking tour will conclude with Bill and Hillary having to pay people to attend.
They're about there already.
I like that.
Well, after nearly zero ticket sales at $17,
exactly.
If they want to speak to somebody, they're going to have to pay them.
Yeah, how much do you think they'll have to pay them? A lot.
Yeah. Well, they've probably got 10 to 12 million at least in that budget.
Oh my gosh, that's where they always go with it. 10 to 12 million. Okay, the Obamas. I predict that there's going to be a character assassination to the Obamas. Something's going to be exposed.
Wow, that would be wishful thinking on my part, I guess. Yeah, he just seems to be too squeaky clean, and we all know with the research that we did, he's not so squeaky clean.
No, he's not so squeaky clean, and they just can't keep dodging.
Yeah.
They just can't.
No.
Yeah, they just can't. So I don't know how they've gotten away with it so far, but
FBI.
I think time has ran out.
FBI's in their pocket. I mean, it's been proven over and over and over again. So
that's true. Mm-hmm. So, but everybody in that situation is going to start squealing on each other, and they really already have started.
Yeah, and that's going to make for some fun podcasts.
Absolutely. No Oprah. Oprah will not run for president. A lot of people are out there predicting she will. I say absolutely not. But I am going to predict that Kamala Harris will emerge as the queen of woke and the Democratic nominee for president.
Oh.
I say she's the one that will face off with Trump. It certainly won't be Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas Warren.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked about that the other day that she announced she'd be running. So, Pocahontas.
And we do know her favorite beer too now. It's Ultra.
Ultra?
Did you see the beer drinking?
She had her one Ultra for her entire life, I think.
She was streaming on YouTube the other day, and she's trying to be Average Joe, I guess, or Average Jane. And she says, I'm going to go get me a beer. And it's the most uncomfortable thing you've ever watched. The woman clearly does not drink beer.
Yeah, you can tell when someone's never drank a beer before, right?
Yeah. You got to watch it. It's classic. It is classic. You'll watch it over and over again. It's hilarious.
Well, too bad she didn't have a cigarette too, because that would have been funny watching.
That would have been perfect. But she asked her husband. He came through the kitchen where she was doing her streaming, and she says, "Honey, do you want a beer?" Yeah, I'll pass on a beer.
Yeah, he said, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
What kind of man is that?
He even thought it was uncomfortable.
He saw the ship was going down.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, they're not a beer drinking family, okay?
Yeah, they're trying to appeal to the Midwest, aren't they?
Yeah. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Is the Midwest. I'm going to make a shocking prediction about Nancy Pelosi.
Oh, okay.
She is becoming more and more, I don't know, I don't want to say demented, but demented is probably the word. Dementia is setting in. she will no longer be able to pass it off as woke or immoral, which is her new word now. She will be forced to step down at the end of 2019.
Oh.
Because if you watch her, she is getting very mixed up.
So she's starting to sound a lot more like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez?
Exactly.
Not quite that bad.
Not quite.
She's not quite that demented.
And she's not dancing.
But I'm also talking about old age dementia. I think she has it. She's confused, and a lot of times it's ridiculous how she passes off the misstatements. How she come back and try to, and she's the type of woman that would never apologize or never claim she made a mistake.
No,
So she tries to work whatever she did into some sort of reality. Her reality.
And she's never really done anything. I don't think she's ever had her own build, has she? So
I don't think so. She does raise money, but
I've got a little prediction around Nancy Pelosi, but it includes Chuck Schumer as well. So Chuck and Nancy will be caught having sex in the White House bathroom with Steve Bannon.
Oh, that is a disturbing. Oh, Najee.
Oh man, I just had a visual.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
Apologize to Steve. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's another strong prediction. Jerome Corsi, he's the author of Killing the Deep State, the fight to save Trump.
Yeah.
He's also being investigated for lying to the feds about, remember the WikiLeaks, the email drop
Yes.
on the Democrats?
Yes.
He has filed a series of lawsuits.
Good.
Dollars. And I predict he will keep it tied up beyond his life expectancy.
Good.
And I hope to shout he does.
Yeah.
He's pretty old.
Yeah. And we need to protect those whistleblowers. Otherwise, we'd just be lining up like sheep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we sort of seem like we are anyway sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Come to Canada.
Yeah. I don't know what item they're going to choose or what situation, but Don Jr. will be indicted.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's the way they're going to get to Trump. They're going to indict one of his kids. I kind of thought it would be Jared Kushner. All fingers point to Don Jr. And I think that's coming around very soon.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
that sucks.
It does.
Because he's not really a target.
Yeah. They're just trying to get to his dad.
That is low.
It will ruin his future.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could retire though.
Well, I agree. He's got 5 kids though, and a girlfriend that needs lots of money.
Yeah, I didn't factor that
Kimberly
in.
Guilfoyle.
Yeah.
Okay, impeachment. Congress will impeach Trump, I predict, but it will be meaningless because the Senate will not follow suit.
Okay.
So the Congress will vote, but that's it.
I can
and
see that.
It will empower him in 2020. It will seal the deal, and he will win 2020.
Yeah, especially if Hillary's still up there.
Absolutely. Let's see. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I think she calls it quits on the press job.
Yeah, I think so too.
She will remain a part of Trump's politics. I think they'll make a deal with her and her husband. Her husband has been political advisor for campaigns.
Right.
So I look for them to take on one of the PACs, the fundraising PACs.
Yeah.
Well, you can just do that job for so long anyway. Those they get beat up unmercifully, and
she has
taken it to the max. And I think she's done a very professional job in that position, and I don't know who's going to be next, but I think they got a tough act to follow.
I totally agree with that. I think she is one strong lady. She was the perfect one for the job.
Absolutely.
A lot of things that have been said and have happened to her just been really sad to see.
Well, and I hope that on her last day, she walks up to Acosta and blacks both his eyes.
Yeah, that would be
I think
really
she could
good.
do it.
Yeah, I think she should hit him with a pie.
Yeah, I hit him with one of those chocolate pecan pies.
Yeah.
Well, don't you bet that's good?
Yeah.
Yummy. It sounds good to me right now.
Yeah.
Okay, North Korea. I think relations will deteriorate and we will have a quick war.
Whoa, that is one big prediction.
I think that the generals are in charge. I think little Kim is saying stuff. I don't think he's lying to the president. I just think the generals are in charge and he's not.
I think he's a puppet. Just a puppet.
He's a puppet, yeah.
Yeah, could be. Definitely.
This is the hammers.
Okay.
Trump will name another Supreme Court justice this year. He will. The need will arise.
Oh, wow. So we're probably looking at a bunch of either racial stuff to come out on that person or sexual stuff coming up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
There's got to be something new.
Yeah.
They've got to try it. They've got to try another angle.
Yeah,
it could be.
What the new angle will be, but they've already used those two.
Yeah, that's true.
Or is that the two they fall back when they can't find anything?
Racism and sexism.
Yeah, could be.
That's the fallback. I predict, and this is one of the hopeful thinkings, in response to the crime bill and the need for available workers, the U.S. will seal certain court documents and return to privacy and statutes of limitations. We've discussed that before. They passed the crime bill. That's great. But if you don't seal the documents or do something about Google, these people are going to be out there. They're not going to be able to get jobs. We know what happens when they can't get jobs. First of all, we have to take care of them. Secondly, domestic violence is on the rise, and further crimes are committed.
You bet.
So hopefully the government doesn't lay back and try to let it, fix itself.
Yeah, exactly.
I believe in order to drum up votes, Trump will consider national internet.
Huh. Okay. What exactly do you mean there?
That would be internet that is actually paid for in our taxes. You can get it anywhere. Obama discussed it. It makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of internet issues. America is supposed to be one of the greatest powers in the world, and our internet sucks. A big one.
Yeah. As you cut out when you said that.
I did?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Right on cue.
And it's something that would appeal to a mass audience, and he needs something like that.
Yeah, interesting.
All politicians try to come up with something like that when they are wanting to be the incumbent.
Yeah, interesting thought. That one got me by surprise. I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, good one.
I predict, unfortunately, that the flu and the accompanying meningitis will kill a record number of young people. And by young people, I mean between 18 and 35.
Oh, I'm okay then.
Yeah, for some reason, they don't have a resistance built up to the H1N1, and It's starting out as H1N1 and then turning to meningitis.
Wow.
And killing 20-somethings.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's very bad. And this has definitely affected you. The weather will continue to destroy and elude global inhabitants. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah, from one thing to another here.
They say that in the Midwest, we're going to have the worst snowstorm ever in February.
Wow.
Of this year. And we have not had, we're in 60-degree weather right now.
Well, make sure you got some logs to throw on the fire.
Absolutely.
No, fire water to put down the map.
Oh, fire water. Yeah.
Yeah.
That will keep us warm, huh?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What are you going to do the second hour the power's out?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sleep it off.
I'll be asleep, yeah.
So, riots and protests around the globe will exceed all previous examples. They already are.
Yeah, you stole mine there. Yeah. I'll read this to you, what I wrote here. The Yellow Vest movement will continue to wrap up in Canada and other cities around the world, including the United States. In Canada, we're basically protesting Trudeau's carbon tax, the UN Pact, which gives control of our borders to the UN, which 88% of Canadians are against. Right now, what's happening is the left is calling everybody in the Yellow Vest movement a racist. So very parallel to what is happening in the United States with the Democrats calling everybody racist or sexist every time you turn around.
Absolutely.
So.
And the global residents are fed up. They're fed up. I went on further to say that beginning with France and the Yellow Vest protests, civil war will erupt in Paris and France. I do believe that, and I believe that the war will spread throughout Europe.
Yeah.
And Macron is out. They let in the immigrants. They have taxed them to death. And it will soon be dangerous to use the term globalist or global society.
I belong to the Yellow Vest movement in Canada, and we have members now from all over the world, including California. There was a group out with Yellow Vests protesting. They sent us pictures and stuff like that. So this is way beyond borders now. We're talking Brussels, right through Europe, Spain,
Absolutely.
Every major city. People are just tired of the crap.
Tired of the politicians.
Yeah. So all these countries that have these governments like Canada has with, Trudeau being a globalist, this is what's happening. There's talk about this record-setting convoy that's going to head down to Ottawa, and I am predicting that will occur probably February or March. I think that all of the truckers and the oil field workers are going to plug the 401 highway between Toronto and Ottawa.
Wow.
So
that's going to be major. Yeah. It was. I suspect that Pope Francis will resign. There's still so much going on with the Catholic Church, the public opinion of the Catholic Church, and the Vatican will continue to deteriorate. It just keeps getting worse and worse, the cover-ups that we find.
Yeah, and who are they going to get to take his place? Because they're all just as guilty as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly. I don't know. Maybe Timothy Dolan.
Yeah. I don't know.
You can just kick this can so far down the road.
Nostradamus suggested, if you believe in him, that Pope Francis would be the last pope. Yeah. I don't know if he meant traditional pope. Or whether he meant leader of the Catholic Church.
Or the first straight pope.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay. We better go on.
I'm not a good Catholic.
I suggest, yeah, you are a Catholic too, aren't you?
Yeah. You're not a very good one, though. Not a very good one.
Okay, my guess is that the feds will reschedule marijuana.
Okay.
Okay, that will free the states for legalization and research without federal interference. So right now, marijuana is a federal crime.
Right.
So theoretically, even though the states have passed it, the feds could go in and bust somebody.
Right.
They're not really going to decriminalize it as much as they're going to change the schedule of the drug.
They'll legislate it like Canada did in a fascist way, so everything funnels through them and they become the world's biggest drug dealer.
But it's also a good item for Trump to brag about during the election.
Yeah, yeah. And, hey, you all be healthier.
Yeah, they definitely want to get a piece of that pie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Government,
tax pie, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For taxes? Oh.
Absolutely.
Well, that's one thing. I don't think any dispensary here had a problem collecting and paying taxes. It's the favoritism to who gets to sell it.
That became very political in itself.
Oh, yeah. It? If you read the definition of fascism, it's totally what the Liberal government and Trudeau did with legalization or legislation of cannabis, because I don't even like to call it legalization. We went from eight laws on the book to 42 or something like that. So that's legal.
Yeah, oh boy.
It's only legal if you bought government weed. So that's it.
Wow. Okay, ISIS will continue to haunt Europe with frequent deadly attacks. I think this will feed into the civil war that I'm predicting. ISIS will make it worse. They're already, we hardly go a weekend without some sort of attack by ISIS in Europe.
Yeah.
Okay, conspiracy theories.
Okay.
The Christians predict the January 21st super blood wolf moon will signal the end as promised by the Bible.
Okay, then.
Just thought I would throw that out there.
Alrighty, the 21st, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was spoken in the Bible about in Revelations, and they point to other sources in the Bible that. Why this particular one, I don't know.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, tech. An abundance of niche social media sites will emerge. And that's in response to I'm calling it the downfall of Facebook. I'm not saying these niche social media platforms are going to make it, but there's going to be an abundance of them going after that Facebook crowd. There's going to be one for politics, dogs. I mean, whatever you want, there's going to be a social media site for tiddlywinks.
Right. Something that's not so censored.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And Mark Zuckerberg will step down to a lesser role this year.
Oh,
Sheryl Sandberg, the adult in the room at Facebook, as they call her, is out. Somebody's got to go down.
Oh, interesting.
And Facebook will decline faster than the NFL.
Oh, that would be nice. Just think of how much time it would free up every day.
Well, yeah, I don't get on it much at all.
Yeah.
I do Twitter more.
I'm more on Messenger than I am on anything else. I do a lot of work through Messenger, but so far they haven't started censoring Messenger.
Yeah, well, that's good.
But I'm waiting.
Everything else is getting censored, really.
Yeah, especially the Yellow Vest movement. Absolutely.
Absolutely, for sure. The View. Joining The View was a huge professional mistake for Abby Huntsman. Luckily, she's pregnant with twins, and has the perfect early out. She will leave early by doctor's notice.
Okay.
She will take her maternity leave, maybe come back for a month, and she will be out.
Yeah, makes sense. I agree.
Okay, Apple will have its worst year ever, at least since the beginning of iPhone, as technology has maxed out. The cost of the latest iPhones are at $1,000 a piece. This basically eliminates the Chinese market, where the average income is $16,000 a year. It definitely eliminates the Indian market because their average income is $2,000 a year.
Right.
They can't afford the iPhones, so other suppliers are taking over in those countries. What's that one you talked about?
Huawei, yeah.
Huawei.
Yeah, I have one of those phones.
Yeah, and there
Great
is no, Samsung has choices that are not $1,000.
They're close, though. And I think they're putting their price points up because Apple's price point is up.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're just following the leader.
Yeah, well, they were blaming Trump for China.
Right. Yeah.
And they priced themselves out of the damn market because you can't make $16,000 a year and pay $1,000 for a phone.
China was big on the Android phones before Apple even decided to go there. So, I never thought that they would do well there. And especially like you said, where income is only $16,000 per year, they're going to buy a family full of iPhones? I don't think so.
I agree. Okay, by the end of 2019, Elon Musk will be marginalized and powerless as his mental health destroys his genius and his finances.
Oh.
I'm not saying he will not make a comeback later, but his life is just in shatters. The company's in shatters, and he was too transparent about his mental health. And people are using it against him. The board's using it against him. Investors are using it against him. He did not make numbers in 2018. I'm sorry to say that he's in a real mess, and I hope that he can handle the blowback.
Yeah, maybe he could get
emotionally.
Together. Maybe he can get together with Mark Zuckerberg and play chess or something.
Yeah, sit around and smoke doobs.
Yeah, hey, there you go. Those guys need it.
Yeah.
Well, remember he pulled it out at a board meeting.
Yeah. Well, it was
Elon Musk did.
It was Joe Rogan Experience, actually. I was watching that podcast.
Were you?
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Joe. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay, get some Dramamine, because Wall Street will be reacting to everything we just talked about. I mean, you're going to have motion sickness watching Wall Street. The good news is there will be no recession.
Good.
Just a roller coaster ride. They're going to react to Europe. They're going to react to China. They're going to react to North Korea. Like I said, everything we have just talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, thinking back to our childhoods, the old standby Sears is going to be gone.
Right.
I don't know how many Sears there are in Canada, but in the United States,
anymore.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And in 2020, JCPenney's will be the same. Their stock hit 99 cents last week.
Whoa. Ouch.
And
yeah, Sears has been gone here for a while now.
I thought they left on the first round. Yeah.
Yeah.
Canada. Otherwise, I predict Dueling Dialogue will have an excellent year.
Oh, and I totally agree with you there.
And I believe we have some football to talk about real quick here.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. The Hammer didn't do so well last year. You're going to make up for it this year, right?
I'm making a comeback, know?
Okay, good.
That's the good thing about a gambler. There's always another game. Now, going into the playoffs here, since what I call the first round is over with, we actually do have the teams set up for this coming weekend. It will be the Chiefs at home playing the Colts. It will be the Chargers, the LA Chargers, and that's very hard for me to say, playing against Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Please no.
That's the AFC. In the NFC, we're going to have Dallas and the LA Rams. And then we're going to have the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles going to Bourbon Street to play New Orleans.
The Saints. Okay.
All right.
Who's going to win these games?
Well, that's what I'm here to tell you. There's always one upset. And so you always have to kind of analyze and try to pick the upset of these games, because the home teams have had a week off. They're at home. They had the best records, so they have so many advantages that it's very hard for a team to go in there and beat them. So I'm predicting the Chiefs will beat the Colts.
Yay, Chiefs.
I am predicting that the Rams will handle Dallas.
The Cowboys?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
And Jerry's my buddy. I
know.
We're personal friends, so it's hard to, but money has no friends.
True. I think it's true. I don't know.
I'm just afraid that the Saints just have too much firepower, and the Eagles kind of snuck one out on a missed field goal yesterday. So
you think the Saints are the upstart?
No, I think the Saints are going to win.
Oh,
they're
okay.
the favorites. They're going to win. So here's my upset.
What?
I do believe the Chargers will go to New England and beat Tom Brady and the Patriots.
Oh my gosh, you really went out on a limb.
I am going out on a limb, and then we will see after all these come through next weekend. I will give you the winners of who's going to the Super Bowl.
Perfect, but tell me, who's going to win the Clemson game tonight?
All right.
Alabama or Clemson?
I know everyone thinks that Alabama's going to win. They have more talent. They've got a budget that's God knows how big. They've got Nick Saban, who's probably the greatest coach to ever coach in college. But for some reason, I think Clemson's going to upset them.
Okay. Well, that's what one of our kids once. He's at the game in California.
Now, don't go bet your house on that.
Okay. Yeah.
The best thing to do is sit back, since it's a college game, sit back and enjoy, and just don't have a dog in the fight, and just watch it, and just watch these two.
Have some snacks.
Superior programs, because they are far and away the two best programs in college football.
It is.
There's them two
awesome.
and everybody else.
You visit the facilities. My son took me to the Clemson facilities this spring. Holy moly.
Wow.
It is just amazing. We'll talk about that at another time, but it is truly amazing.
You Americans love your football.
Oh, we do. We're fanatics.
Yeah. It's too bad what's been happening with the NFL lately, though. But
they, the good thing, they were up very much this year, and a couple of things they said that one of the reasons why they were up is because there was no politics involved. There was no not very many off the field problems, except for our Chiefs.
Yeah.
But and they've got some new young stars coming up, like Pat Mahomes and Baker Mayfield. You know that now I think maybe a new changing of the guard. All the very good quarterbacks that have been good for so long. Brady, Big Ben, Drew Brees. Of course, he had a good year, but they're just getting older. It's about time to have a changing of the guard.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of the young talent coming up. That's for sure. It's nice to watch them.
Oh, absolutely. So.
Well, I'm going to go against one of your predictions, though. I'm going to say the Cowboys are going to win.
I kind of think the Cowboys are going to win.
Okay. We'll have to,
we'll see. We'll
have to pick this up next week, I guess.
As they always say, that's why we play the game.
Okay. I think we agree about that, don't we?
Hell yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor. Godspeed to the Hammer. And Godspeed to our listeners.
Godspeed, Grace. Godspeed, Hammer. And Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
You bet, Connor. Talk to you guys next week.
You bet.